Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video I will show you my general warm-up and my prehab routine. I will take you through my muscle-up workout and give you tips as always. I will answer your muscle-up questions from the last video, and if you like my muscle-up tips I would recommend downloading my free muscle-up technique checklist, where you get all my muscle-up tips in a nice list including videos to each tip, and you can get it by clicking on the link in the description below. Alright, so that was the general warm-up. Let's move on to some resistance bands muscle up, part of the warm-up as well. It's quite cold today, so I will spend some more time on the warm-up. And it's also starting to rain a little bit, so I think this will be a shorter video. Alright guys, so a quick recap of the muscle up technique that I'm teaching. So you want to start with grabbing the bar shoulder width apart or a little bit more. I think that's the optimal width for the muscle up. I am not using an overhand grip where the knuckles are facing the sky. I'm just hanging from a normal pull-up bar grip, hanging more from my fingers. I'm having a completely relaxed core, so I'm relaxing everything from the chest down, the stomach, the legs, everything. So it's just an upper body movement. And I use a medium swing, not too big and not too small. And I am initiating the pull when I'm parallel to the bar, something like that. So I rather pull up a little bit later in the swing than too early. If you're pulling up too early, most of the time you will get stuck under the bar, or the muscle up will be so much harder than it needs to be. After you initiate the pull, and when your pull is about here, you row the bar towards your chest. Like a straight bar row, you're rowing it to your chest and simultaneously throwing the chest over the bar. That will take care of the transition for you in a very easy and smooth way, and that will land you on top of the bar, and then you just push up into the dip. I will show you the technique now, and it's really windy and it's raining right now, so I will do a quick workout but try to give you as much technique tips as possible. So putting it all together looks like this: grabbing the bar about shoulder width apart, pulling up when I'm about parallel to the poles, and then rowing myself over the bar as I am throwing the chest over the bar. And after a while, when you put all those pieces together, the muscle up will feel easy and like you're flying over the bar. Alright guys, sorry for the wind again. I hope you can hear me well. So after you get that technique down, you want to move on to the next step, which is doing 2 consecutive muscle ups in a row. The only thing that you want to add here is controlling the descent, controlling the down movement of the muscle up. You don't just want to drop down, not being able to control it. You want your second muscle up to look more or less like the first muscle up. So the same amount of swing, the same timing and everything else. But I would say the most important thing with the muscle up, except having the explosive power, is the pull-up timing. As I said, you don't want to be pulling too early. You want to be pulling as you're parallel to the bar. And then also the tip of rowing the bar to your chest and throwing the chest over the bar. So 2 consecutive muscle ups with my technique looks like this. The bar almost touches the waist at the first contact with the bar, and that just shows you that the technique of pulling and rowing makes the transition so much easier, and you don't get stuck up here. And remember, relax the legs completely and pull up later in the swing. When you initiate the row motion, should you have the chest at bar level to do an aggressive row? In your video, the row looks early. So his question is, where in the pull should I start initiating the row motion, aka the transition? So let's take a look at 1 rep in slow motion, or I'll do 2 reps, that might be easier to see. Alright guys, it's really raining now and it's starting to get cold, so this is it for this one. If you like my tips and videos, you can always buy me a coffee. There's a link to my buy me a coffee page in the description below. And thank you so much for all your support.